Welcome, I am Ava, bringing you today's top story on WNBA Trending. The Indiana Fever's 2025 season closed with both promise and uncertainty, and now all eyes are on their veteran guard Kelsey Mitchell as she faces one of the biggest decisions of her professional career. Mitchell, who earned $249,244 last season, is officially entering free agency, and her next move could have major implications for the Fever's future and for Caitlin Clark's growing legacy in Indiana. For years, Kelsey Mitchell has been the cornerstone of the Fever offense. Drafted second overall in 2018, she quickly became one of the league's most consistent scorers, renowned for her quick release, deep range, and fearless attacks on the rim. Now, at 29 years old, she finds herself at a career crossroads. After leading the Fever in scoring again this year and helping mentor rookie sensation Caitlin Clark, Mitchell's future remains uncertain. Fans, teammates, and league analysts are all watching closely as free agency rumors swirl. In a recent podcast interview, Mitchell spoke candidly about her mindset heading into this offseason. She emphasized how much Indiana means to her, calling it home, and crediting the organization for believing in her from the very beginning. Yet she also made it clear that life outside of basketball is weighing heavily on her decision. Life changes, Mitchell said. Family dynamics shift, priorities evolve, and that's something I have to consider now. Those words suggest that her upcoming decision will be guided not just by salary figures or roster potential, but by personal stability and long-term happiness. Still, Mitchell's bond with her teammates, particularly Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston, could play a major role in keeping her in Indiana. Throughout the season, the chemistry between the trio was evident both on and off the court. Clark's dynamic playmaking and Mitchell's veteran scoring created one of the most balanced backcourts in the WNBA. Clark herself has praised Mitchell repeatedly for her leadership, often describing her as the anchor who keeps the Fever focused through the highs and lows. When asked about Clark, Mitchell returned the compliment, saying, "Caitlin's passion for the game is real. She's never bigger than the program. She came in humble, ready to work, and that energy was contagious." Mitchell's respect for Clark isn't just about on-court performance. It's about culture. Together with Aliyah Boston, they've formed a nucleus that fans and analysts believe can push Indiana into long-term contention. But loyalty doesn't always guarantee a return. The WNBA's upcoming collective bargaining changes could reshape how teams structure contracts and how players evaluate their market value. As one of the top guards available, Mitchell will undoubtedly receive offers from multiple franchises seeking leadership and scoring firepower. Teams in need of a proven veteran may dangle lucrative deals and championship ambitions, and that's where Indiana's challenge begins. For the Fever front office, re-signing Mitchell is more than a financial decision, it's a statement of intent. The franchise has invested heavily in youth, with Clark, Boston, and Alyssa Smith forming a young, talented core, but youth needs guidance. Mitchell's experience bridges the gap between promise and performance. She understands the league's grind, the locker room dynamics, and the pressure that comes with rebuilding a storied franchise. Losing her could leave a leadership void that numbers alone can't fill. This is especially critical after the Fever's roller coaster 2025 season. The team battled injuries, lineup changes, and relentless national attention due to Clark's record-breaking performances. Through it all, Mitchell remained steady. She averaged just over 20 points per game, finishing among the league's top 5 scorers and setting a new franchise record for career three-pointers. Her clutch shooting kept Indiana in several tight contests, including a dramatic overtime victory against the New York Liberty that remains one of the highlights of the season. Mitchell's decision now sits at the heart of the Fever's offseason strategy. If she stays, Indiana can continue developing their young stars under her veteran presence. If she leaves, they'll be forced to find a replacement capable of replicating her offensive output and leadership qualities, a tall order in today's league. General Manager Lynn Dunn has already hinted that retaining Mitchell is a top priority, but with free agency negotiations opening soon, time is of the essence. The emotional side of this story can't be ignored either. For fans in Indianapolis, Mitchell is more than a player. She's become a symbol of perseverance. Through the team's rough seasons, she stayed loyal, never demanding a trade, never distancing herself from the franchise. Her connection with the community runs deep. From youth clinics to charity events, Mitchell has embraced the city that embraced her. That's part of why this free agency moment carries so much emotional weight. If she were to sign elsewhere, it would mark the end of an era. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark continues to reshape the Fever's identity. Her rookie season drew record-breaking television audiences and sold out arenas nationwide. The Fever, once overlooked, are now one of the WNBA's most talked-about franchises. With Clark's presence attracting national sponsors and renewed fan interest, the organization's off-court visibility has skyrocketed. Retaining Mitchell would help solidify this momentum, keeping continuity while maintaining competitive balance. Clark and Boston both thrive when surrounded by players who can score and space the floor, and that's exactly what Mitchell provides. Her ability to stretch defenses allows Clark to operate more freely as a facilitator, while Boston benefits from the extra spacing inside. Statistically, lineups featuring Clark, Mitchell, and Boston posted some of Indiana's best defensive ratings of the season. That trio became the face of the Fever's resurgence, leading many analysts to predict a playoff breakthrough in the near future. Across the league, several franchises are monitoring Mitchell's situation closely. Teams like the Dallas Wings, Atlanta Dream, and Los Angeles Sparks are expected to have significant cap space and could make aggressive offers. Analysts note that Mitchell's offensive skill set, combined with her professionalism and leadership, makes her one of the most attractive free agents on the market. For a championship-ready team, adding a player like Mitchell could be the missing piece. Still, Mitchell's tone in interviews suggests that her heart remains in Indiana. "Knowing what Indiana means to me, it's paramount," she said recently. "It's huge. I can't not think about Indiana." Those are the words of someone torn between loyalty and opportunity. For now, she's taking time to weigh all factors: her family, her career goals, her personal happiness, and her desire to compete for a championship. League observers believe her decision could set off a domino effect across the WNBA. If Mitchell re-signs early, it could stabilize the free agency market for other guards. If she waits, her decision could delay moves by other top free agents, creating a ripple effect that reshapes multiple rosters. Given the upcoming league expansion and potential new broadcast deals, players like Mitchell are entering free agency during one of the most financially promising eras in WNBA history. While negotiations remain private, Fever insiders have expressed optimism. They believe Mitchell values her connection with Caitlin Clark and the team's growing chemistry. The organization's commitment to building a winning culture around Clark and Boston could be the deciding factor. With fan support at an all-time high, Indiana's management is under pressure to prove they can turn potential into championships, and keeping their star veteran would be the first step. Mitchell's leadership goes beyond scoring. Teammates often describe her as the emotional backbone of the locker room. She's the one who keeps morale high during losing streaks and holds younger players accountable. Her mentoring of Clark, particularly during her rookie struggles, drew widespread praise from coaches and media alike. That dynamic, the veteran guiding the phenom, has been vital to maintaining team unity amid intense media scrutiny. The Fever's 2026 outlook depends largely on how this free agency period unfolds. With the league expanding and competition tightening, stability is key. Caitlin Clark has already become the face of the WNBA, but every superstar needs a trusted veteran beside them, someone who's been through the battles and knows what it takes to win. For Indiana, that person has been Kelsey Mitchell. As training camps approach, fans remain hopeful that Mitchell will stay put. Social media has been flooded with the hashtag #KeepKelsey as Fever supporters rally online urging the team to finalize a new deal. Merchandise sales featuring both Clark and Mitchell have surged, showing just how strongly fans want this duo to continue leading the franchise together. If the Fever succeed in re-signing Mitchell, they'll enter next season as legitimate contenders. Their combination of youth, shooting, and leadership could make them one of the most balanced rosters in the league. But if they fail to retain her, the rebuild around Clark may face another setback. Either way, Mitchell's choice will be remembered as a defining moment in Indiana's modern era. As for Mitchell herself, she remains poised and focused. "It's all part of the journey," she said. "Basketball's what I love, but I want to make sure every move I make fits who I am." Those words echo maturity and perspective, qualities that have defined her career. So, where will Kelsey Mitchell call home next season? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, her decision will echo far beyond the Indiana Fever locker room. It will shape the future of Caitlin Clark's team, influence the balance of power across the WNBA, and remind everyone that loyalty, legacy, and life choices all intersect in the heart of professional sports. For now, Indiana waits, fans hold their breath, and the WNBA world watches as one of its brightest stars decides her next chapter. This is Ava with WNBA Trending. Stay tuned for updates as free agency news continues to unfold across the league.